Look at these two blues. If I asked you which one you thought was more hopeful, I bet almost all of you are going to pick the one on the left. Which one's more experienced? The one on the right. Which one is more exciting? Which one is more conservative? Which one is going to get the youth vote to turn out in larger numbers than ever before? Blue makes sense for a presidential candidate's background. We have red, white, and blue in our flag. We're probably not going to choose red because it can be an angry or aggressive color. It's also interesting to see the different choices in terms of things like font. Obama in a clear contemporary sans serif, whereas Biden, much lower contrast with that blue, has a serif, almost as if to reassure you that there's some continuity. McCain is big, bold, strong, and giving equal weight to Palin. Look, we found a girl in the Republican Party. The McCain logo is subtly but clearly referencing his history as a legitimate naval war hero. I also think it's hilarious that they felt the need to put the URL on there. Look, we can do the internet. Old people are cool. Whereas Obama figures you can use the internet on your own and gives you the clean logo that we've seen so often. Both teams actually are doing a really good job of communicating aspects of their candidate. Obama is more exciting, whereas McCain might feel safer. He could be more experienced, more conservative. These are going to appeal to the intended audience. Both teams did a good job. These two colors, also fairly similar, are representing something completely different from each other. Isn't it interesting that Greenpeace, an environmental organization, is going to choose a green to represent nature and good that's very similar to the color of predator blood, something that's intended to be so acidic and alien that it could be a threat just looking at it? Don't think Greenpeace made a good choice. In fact, if you Google Greenpeace logo, you're going to see that they've changed the color a number of times. I think this is what a baby boomer organization does when they're trying to appeal to the kids these days. Let's crank up the intensity of that green. That'll get the kids. It doesn't seem to work very well because it's almost off-puttingly alien, which is not what we need in a logo that's intended to communicate a concern with the environment. One thing that we could do, though, is easily imagine how to fix it. What would you do to make a Greenpeace green more natural? It's interesting to think about how we choose hue categories, and sometimes there are cultural significance. The blue for an American politician makes perfect sense. Green for nature makes perfect sense. But isn't it interesting that green can also be alien or unnatural? Green could be money. Green could be envy. Green could be a lot of different things. So what we're also going to need to focus on is how the different qualities of the color, not just the hue categories, are going to be an important aspect of communication. Those same three properties of color that we've been talking about all semester. A light green versus a dark green, a bright green versus a dull green, a warm green versus a cool green. They're all going to mean completely different things.